Almost half of Auckland councillors say they have lost faith in Mayor Phil Goff because he has created a distrustful political working environment. 9 of 19 councillors have signed a letter describing strong dissatisfaction with the way Mr Goff handled a $900,000 ratepayer-funded report about a future downtown stadium. There have been strong rumblings from councillors about the report, which only came to light after RNZ appealed to the Ombudsman. But as Katie Scotcher reports, Mr Goff has today hit back.
The 2-page letter details 9 councillors' claims over Mr Goff's leadership style and the lack of trust and transparency within the council, which they say has led to a distrustful working environment. The letter, which the Mayor's staff say was left on an unattended desk at reception, states that over a period of nearly a year, Mr Goff made no attempt to inform councillors about the contents of the stadium report and failed to inform them that it had been written. But Mr Goff says he only received the PwC report, which recommended another, more detailed report was necessary 3 or 4 weeks ago.
It was delivered in a form to be made public that was redacted. Those redactions were solely a matter of the negotiation between our legal division, the Regional Facilities Auckland, our Lagoima unit and the Ombudsman. I had nothing to do with that, but every councillor got access to an unredacted copy. They could read the copy in full.
Councillors say the lack of trust at the council became evident when Mr Goff refused to release the report to them. He later offered to show them with conditions attached. Councillors were offered supervised access to the full unredacted report, which they describe as unsatisfactory if not insulting. Mr Goff says he has not released electronic copies because of concern it will be leaked to the media, and he says he trusts most councillors, but not everyone. None of the 9 councillors who signed the letter would be interviewed today, but they say Mr Goff's behaviour falls short of the sort of transparency and inclusiveness expected in such a significant matter. The report itself cost almost $1 million. Deputy Mayor Bill Cashmore says he is not happy about the letter and does not know what the councillors mean when they talk about a distrustful political working environment.
There is obviously an issue. I want to find out exactly what it is and find out what they see as the solutions to solving it. In my experience in the real world is that by people sitting around the table and having open and frank discussions, you can solve most things if the will and the aspiration to solve them is there. Certainly assure you the will and the aspiration on behalf of the Mayor, myself and the chairs of the committees is certainly there.
In an email to councillors this morning, Mr Goff says he'll formally respond to the letter, but says his door is always open should any of them want to talk. RNZ has contacted all other 18 Auckland councillors, but has had no response. In Auckland for Checkpoint, Katie Scotcher, Tēnei.